この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Chihayafuru Season 3, starting with episode 21. And I never thought I would say this, but I am kind of glad that the Masters match is over. It feels like it has been, like 6 weeks of an endless stream of matches and upsets and tension and competition and difficulty and just playing lots of karate. And that's not a bad thing. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It's quite a good thing. It's been a lot of fun. It's been really exciting. But it's been an endless flow of tense situations and big goals, big achievements, big upsets, and lots of competition. And in the meantime, we've had some really significant character moments go kind of under the radar, partly because our characters maybe don't want to deal with those thoughts at the moment, and partly because there are bigger other things to focus on, like, hey, people are competing at the Master and Queen level. That's pretty neat. We should watch that. So some particularly big moments have happened, and it feels like we haven't had a chance to really catch our breath and let those sink in and figure out what kind of ramifications they're going to have for our characters moving forward. Most notably, Watai Arata kind of confessed to Chihaya. Just saying. Kind of did the confession thing. And that's a big deal, because that's like a big core element of this show that has been changed immensely and also hasn't changed at all, or hasn't gotten the chance to change because we haven't had that moment to breathe. On the same kind of a front, Taichi sort of confessed, albeit through like a third party and kind of secondhand, but he acknowledged his own feelings toward Chihaya in a clear and coherent way, as opposed to it being this nebulous thing that we get through visuals and through knowing what's going on. We get some solid moment where Taichi's like, yes, I am interested romantically in Chihaya. I say, boom, done, we did it. He said the thing. So those are some big deals, and we had some witnesses to one of those big deals, those being Kana and Sumire, who saw Arata do the confessy thing, and I don't know how they feel about that. Actually, we kind of do know how they feel about that, and they're worried. But, it doesn't feel like we've had enough to let that stuff really, like, settle out. There are other things, too, like, I mean, Suo won Master once again and was gonna step down as he promised he would, but then Arata begged him not to, and so he's not going to. That's pretty neat, and definitely throws a wrench into some of my, like, fan theory, headcanon, future plan possibilities, like, hey, what about a Taichi versus Arata match for the finals for actually becoming Master? How cool would that be? And then also make the match for Chihaya's heart. That would work. But that's not what's gonna happen, is it? At least not this year, because Suo is still Master. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so we're in an interesting and potentially really exciting point in the show. A lot of stuff has happened. What's the fallout of all that stuff gonna be? How are our characters going to change, if at all? How are they going to interact and deal with these things that they've been kind of putting off dealing with for a while, if at all? And can we just get, like, a moment to chill out and step back from Karata for a little bit? I understand that it's the core of the show, and I don't have a problem with the focus of the show being on the core of the show. That's normal. But I'd like a chance to, like, I don't know, have our characters hang out a little, or focus a little bit more on Chihaya's goal of becoming a high school teacher and, like, the difficulty that she's having with that, or start thinking about new students that we could bring into the Karate Club next year and how we're going to do recruiting, or go over the Master and Queen matches with the group of karate kids and talk about them at Taichi's house or Chihaya's house or something. I'd like something a little bit fluffier. And I know that's weird because you don't always want fluff, but we've had a lot of crunch recently, and I'm using some like some tabletop gaming terminology for this, but like we've had crunchy stuff. We've had crispy, crunchy karate play and tension and difficulty and obstacles and challenges. I would like a little bit of fluff. I would like some floofiness and some goofiness, because we've been on this emotional peak for a good while, and I would like to drop back down to something more like a normal and recenter the show a little bit. But there's also a tournament that's about to happen in the next couple of days, I think, and Taichi is on his way there, so we might end up just focusing on that instead, and I could be totally wrong, and we could just focus more on Crunch, which would probably still be really fun. All I'm saying is, I'm looking forward to more Chihaya. Let's watch more Chihaya. Okay? Okay. I have episode 21 of Chihayafuru Season 3 up and ready to go. It's sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description. Timer-based version will be up on YouTube. If you want to do a syncy thing, sync up your own copy with the timer-based version, you can do that. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. Trains and Taichi leaving. Yup. Rion is also competing in that. It's not the end of the world, Chihaya. You'll live. You'll be fine. That's a big stacked bento. Probably because he knew you would feel like this. Of course he couldn't tell me. Even if it hurts. Kana's pushing, eh? Why would he do this? Oh, maybe. No, she's too dumb to figure it out. No way. Is she actually figuring it out? I can't tell. She might be. I just doubt ISA's deductive reasoning. I think fairly. Sorry, ISA. I need more tea. That is good tea. I brewed this batch so perfectly. I need to remember what I did on this one. I nailed the brew. Oh, oh, oh. You are expected. Hey, it's being broadcast. Or just news. Just news about it. Oh, yeah. How should I fight? It should have been me carrying on the torch. Ho ho ho. Hey, Taichi's getting into it. I mean, really into it. Hey, reflections. Who are you? How will you fight? Hmm. That was a great sequence. I really like that sequence. Puts us straight into Taichi's head. Both have entry fees. Yeah, and how do you get the hotel room? Praise. So this is New Year's? And that means entrance exams. Yep, this is the real deal. Good luck, bud. Yeah, but people are thinking ahead, and now you're thinking about Taichi's gonna be gone. Okay. Same day, but in Omijingu. Oh. He made a name for himself. By putting up info on Nico. That's great. Darn, I was kind of hoping he would get an offer to be like an official caster or something. That would be so cool. Is he just embarrassed? Thanks, man. Oh, looking for Chihaya. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it's just cute. Who's that voice actress? Who's that voice actress? It's... Is everybody contesting everything? Bruh. Hey. Oh. But she's playing against Yumin. I don't think that's gonna work. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, very sorry. I'm sure. Yeah, not a problem. Not a worry. Your petty tricks mean nothing to me. I have seen through your schemes. Your next card will be mine. Fuck. And then pulling herself back. Yeah, that's the cool part. Chihaya just soaks all that stuff in and turns it into her own motivation. I'd say you're well on your way, but okay. Oh, getting real good at that. Who's that? Who that be? Who be that? That be Chihaya? That be Shinobu? No, that be Sumire. Well, he's competing somewhere else. Oh, hi. Still shaved. I mean, it's the day after, isn't it? It's gonna run into something. 4 from Nagumo. Wow. Oh, that's a crew. No way. There's no way. Fuck you, show. That's not cool. Alright, well, that's as clear a setup as it could be. So this is happening now. Chihaya is not here. No stakes. Just. Hmm. Yeah, they're both that nervous. Oh hey, we're still us, dude. Yeah, watching. He knows what's coming. Yeah, you have studied his play more than a lot of people. Good thing to think about. Yes, but actually no. But actually yes. But then no. But then yes again. This is gonna devolve fast. Who's on your side? Give it up. But not exciting. Not tension. Oh, wait, no, him. Not. Yeah, okay. Okay. He's decided how he's gonna fight. Sorry, I've got a tickle in my nose and it's really annoying. Oh, hi. He's just happy to be playing Karuta with you, dude. He's just happy to be playing Karuta with you. Still with the faint smile and like flowing water. Imeji. Imeji. Mm-hmm. But it's natural. Aww. Aww. That's very cute. That's very cute. They discover that theirs is more of a positive rivalry than a negative one, that they can build off of each other, and that they enjoy this. That's pretty cool. Ah, the core cross. The thing that he studied. Oh, that's a gauntlet. Oh, throw it down. Okay. That's what we're competing for. That's what he's doing with Chihaya's car. That's good. Fuck. Do you know how long the author has had that moment in the back of their mind? Sorry, Hyodo. Sorry, Hyodo. Oh no. Buddy. Is he gonna be boundlessly optimistic? I've learned to both love and hate my fellow man. Ooh, that's heavy, bud. Oh, buddy, he's given up. Just gonna give him a hug. Aw, that works. And it has something different to say. And in Kana's voice. Whoosh. Oh, hey, look, it's a support structure. Hey, it's a healthy support structure. Oh. Oh. It's a little backhanded, but okay. Hey, win-win. Like, yeah, it's some big pluses to their whole relationship thing, because they've been super annoying. but this was the wholesomest. I mean, she annoys the crap out of me, but that was the wholesomest. Wow, we got a match with Pseudo again, and we're not even like paying attention to it. She's just gonna bop him, isn't she? Feels a little different now, doesn't it? Yeah, she's improved a lot. Yeah. It was close, it seems. Hmm. Ah. Tablet's not working. Sounds resonate better in emptiness. That is a fucking good line. This episode's been chock full of great stuff. Good night, empty one. What's this? Suo? No. Suo, yes. Yeah, he'll be fine. I wouldn't worry about him. Oh. Oh, hi. And we don't know. Oh. I guess we know. Runner-up Wataya. Morale taking it. Fourth Taichi. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Ah, not quite the fluff that I was asking for, but yeah, that works. Okay. I really like this episode. I talked a lot at the beginning about how I wanted something that steps away from the Karata and competition-y thing and let some of the other stuff that's occurred sink in for our characters a little bit. We did one of those two things. We didn't really step away from the Karata, but the way that we focused on the Karata that we did see was deeply and strongly focused on the emotional context and the current like mental state of our characters, not as Karata players but as characters. So it had the same effect that I was looking for while not entirely stepping away from Karata. So we hit a really happy medium that continues some of the tension and excitement and hype, but still manages to address, at least partially, some of the big things that are going on. And there are some other really great things that are going on in this episode, I think. There's this back and forth, kind of. It's not direct, and it's not like super obvious direct juxtaposition. It's not like we immediately jump from the Chihaya scenes to the Taichi scenes, but there's effectively like a back and forth dialogue between the characters while they're separated over the course of this episode. Chihaya wondering why Taichi is doing the things that he's doing, Taichi wondering how he can do the things that he wants to do, right? Chihaya is wondering why does he keep going off on his own? And with that come little bits of things like Kana prompting her, why, think about it yourself, why might he be doing this? Which indicates that, well, it partly has to do with Taichi doing it on his own, and then it partly has to do with how he sees Chihaya and his relationship to her, and that he doesn't want to, like, one, he doesn't want to fall behind her, but two, he doesn't want her involved in his struggle for success, really. It's kind of weird. It's like he wants to reach the goal, and once he reaches the goal, he is then worthy of her, or something like that. Like reaching the goal unlocks the ability to have something more significant with Chihaya in his own mind. I don't know if that makes sense. Like he doesn't want to address it until he views himself as worthy, kind of. And Karata is part of that. But we go back and forth between them, and just the way that we frame their emotional states is kind of similar. But seeing Taichi buckle down and get focused like this, while simultaneously doing his mental state thing and trying to figure out who he is as a Karata player, and how he wants to approach future conflict and future competitions, that's really interesting and really cool, and it's a great moment to see from Taichi, I think. There's some interesting lines, too, like the line about, yeah, I don't think I could face Arata and keep a cool head. That's an interesting one. And then it comes to bear fruit later in the episode when they kind of find out that for both of them, that they can face each other and keep a cool head, that they're both kind of on their game when they're facing each other, and that it's not as confrontational as they maybe expected, but more reminiscent of their time playing together, which is cool. It's a good moment for them to realize that just because they're on opposite sides of the mat and on opposite sides of this relationship conflict doesn't mean that they aren't still close. They're still important to each other, and that importance is kind of part of what scares them away from each other and makes them afraid that lets them build up each other in their own minds as players, right? Like Arata thinking it'll be difficult to face Taichi thinking it'll be difficult to face Arata, but once they're actually there and kneeling there on the mats, that all kind of goes away, and it's all kind of bullshit. They're just two players against each other, and they know each other. They know each other really well, and so it's more than that. It's a good rivalry. It's a positive rivalry, or it can be, as opposed to a negative one. Makes me think of Ippo and who is it? I'm thinking Morao, but that's not right. Is it Murata? Who's the primary? Ippo Miyata. It's Miyata, right? Yeah. Okay. It's Miyata, who's Ippo's like first major rival, but their rivalry devolves into like more of a negative rivalry for them. They end up with problems about it, whereas his rivalry with Sendo is one where they're like they both inspire each other to get better, and that's more like what we've got going on here in Chihaya, I think. Kind of. All of that to say in too many words that I really like this sequence of Taichi, and I like how these sequences of Taichi and the sequences of Chihaya wondering about Taichi interact over the course of the episode. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I also really like the sort of purplish, bluey, fade-outy things that are throughout this episode. I think they're really attractive, and there are a number of them over the course of the episode, and they look real good. All right, so moving along. We get some solid words of advice from Broski over here. And then he says this, that you have someone like Sato Kiyohiko, grade 9. That's Rion's gram, right? No. When I Google Sato Kiyohiko, it just brings up the mention of this person mentioned by Hirokazu Yoshioka when talking with Arata Wataya. So we don't know who that is. We just know that they were a grade 9. And I don't think we've ever met a grade 9. Right? Does that have to do with readers? Karuta reader grades. Don. No, that's for actual players. A class is 4 Dan and above, so she was 9 Dan. Oh. Or he. It sounds like a Kiyohiko Sato? No, would be male. Okay, but we don't know who this is. All right, sure. Maybe they'll become a character further down the line. I don't know. So okay, not a reader, a rival. Oh, okay. That whole scene makes so much sense now. A rival, and we can assume was because this guy probably knew Wataya's grandfather was probably Kiyohiko-san was probably a rival of the Eternal Meijin, the Eternal Master. Oh, okay. So he's saying, I hope that you have a positive rivalry that pushes you to become the best you could possibly be. And then immediately the next moment is Taichi walks by, and that gives Arata this moment where he's like, oh, and also is Chihaya here immediately. And then the tension, man, the tension. And then we use Hyoro throughout the episode to break up that tension. It's he's used as like a punctuation mark almost. Scene happens, there's tension. It builds. Hyoro, just throw retro in the scene and it breaks it all up until things change. All right, so we got siblings who are all about contesting the cards. And Chihaya is unfazed because she has faced much worse. Much worse. She has faced Yumin, dude, and did real good. These shots with the pinkies and the purplies and the lens flariness, they're really pretty. I'm not usually the biggest fan of lens flare, but with the petal patterns falling and the cards flying around and everything, these shots work for me. They're really cool. Yeah, they just work for me. And moments like this where Chihaya just into game, strikes that JoJo pose, that's good stuff. I really like this shot as well. I didn't mention it when it happened, but I really like this one with the superimposed small and large faces of Sumire. This is really cool. There are a lot of cool little moments like this. It makes me wonder who the episode director is, but I doubt there will be much information on that front, so I'll look it up at the end. And as strong a setup as we could possibly have, boom, it's happening now. It's happening now. Nothing to it but to do it. And then, kind of again, we have this build up of tension into a bit of an undercut with, oops, we forgot and screwed up where we're supposed to be sitting. It's just a little cute thing. All right, and then Meijin is here. Taichi's been studying, and neither of them can really help smiling at each other. The way that they argue about the cards is kind of old friendsy. It's cool. But Taichi's playing dirty Karuta. He decided that's how he needs to play to beat Wataya, and so that's what he does, and it doesn't pay off. We find out at the end, because he ends up 4th. Offensive Karuta. The more I want a card, the faster I let it go. Okay, so let's talk about this moment, because this moment, I would say, is the centerpiece of the episode, is this right here, the confrontation. Knowing that something has been up around Taichi, around Chihaya and Wataya, something's been weird, he finally asks, did you say something? That he said something is confirmed? Yes, I did. What it was, not quite, but they understand. I mean, they had the confrontation on the stairs, right? They know. So, the gauntlet is thrown down. The representation of Chihaya within the context of the show and the context of the sport, middle of the field. Oh. Okay. How long do you think the author has had this moment in their back pocket and has been waiting to pull it out? I would say since planning phase. Since planning phase. Once the like core characters were decided and the idea that there would be a love triangle built into the story was decided, having the two members of that love triangle end up in a karate competition between themselves, and having one of them place down the card that represents the girl that they're both romantically interested in the middle of the field as a gauntlet is too perfect. I will bet you dollars to donuts that this was in the mind of the mangaka from the very beginning, from very early on, when the idea of what Chihayafuru as a series might be was starting to take shape. And that's really cool because it is a fucking great moment and it deserves its time to shine. This is an awesome, awesome, awesome moment. Finally, this card that has been so important to the plot and themes of the show is an element to be battled over. Fucking awesome. And then the show takes this turn in the most unexpected fashion. Takes its main comic relief character, I would say, one who is annoyingly goofy and surrounded by annoyingly goofy characters, his girlfriend included. I find both of them quite annoying. I mean, I love Hyoto. He's great, but it's hard to say that he's not fucking annoying sometimes. His presence in the show is... it irks me sometimes. But then we take this ridiculous comic relief character and we give him depth. A lot of it. I mean, he's had this banging his head up against the wall between classes B and class A. He's been doing that for a long time, practically since we've known the character. And his little mini rivalry with Taichi, which Taichi has moved beyond at this point after he ascended to class A, was a big thing for Hyoto. But it's not a big thing for our characters, right? And that's actually sad. Because he's still stuck there, and we've moved on. So we get this moment to turn back and look at him and to say, Yodo, it's okay if you haven't moved on yet. It's all right, bud. You're still great. And there are people who appreciate you, and you have a somewhat healthy support structure. Gets in his own head, obsessing. And she snaps him out of it. This is a great moment because we as viewers don't get their relationship, and we don't necessarily need to. We're not necessarily privy to it. They're side characters, hardly even secondary characters, maybe tertiary, right? That their relationship exists, we can take as a given. Fine. But what we see of their relationship mostly is she's very supportive of him. She comes to all of his tournaments. She makes signs and things and almost cosplays for his tournaments and stuff and is very gung-ho about it, which is cute, but it's a little thin. Now we see some real emotional support here and a real moment where she's a little bit hard on him because he's being way harder on himself. And she manages to snap him out of it a bit with good timing with the rest of his team arriving and supporting him. This is cool. Actual genuine justification for why this pair might work and why they're together. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so Chihaya wins it. It's relatively close. And then we get some amazing lines from Pseudo about Chihaya being or feeling empty and her ability to absorb things from around her. Very cool. And we get a sequence earlier in the episode, which we won't jump back to because it's not that important, where she's thinking about all of the things that she's done to improve and all of the different skills and types of karate that she's come across. And the truth is, Chihaya is a sponge. She has had her own style. She has the talent, the raw ability to hear cards being read really quickly, and she has the skill and athleticism and stamina and all that jazz to make it, right? The other thing what she doesn't really have is that strategy level, but she's picking it up and she's absorbing it from the other people that she faces, and so she's just getting stronger and stronger, man, stronger and stronger. And Pseudo sees it. Even though you're absorbing everything else, you still manage to keep yourself feeling empty. Interesting. How do you do it? I guess sounds resonate better in emptiness. What a line. What a good line. Oh. And then Suo on the train offering snacks to Taichi. And we don't get an answer for how the match went until a little bit later, but we get this single tear, and that's all we need. He lost to Arata, and probably lost the Chihayafuru card. And he ended up in 4th. Oof. Oof. Okay, all in all, I think this was an excellent episode. I think it managed to do everything that I wanted it to, even if it didn't do them in anything close to the way that I expected. And it managed to do some things that I definitely didn't expect and didn't even know that I wanted. But man, oh man, did I want them. Most notably, throwing down that Chihaya colored gauntlet is awesome. Just awesome. Okay, what's next? No idea. Let's watch another episode of Chihayafuru. I would be comfortable stopping here because there was a surprising amount to discuss in this episode, but I'm going to keep with the 2 eps per video for now. So let's watch episode 20. Well, actually, hold on. How many episodes are there at the end of going to the end of Chihayafuru? Hold on. Let's no, Chihayafuru Mal. Chihayafuru 3. The 24, 25, 26. It's 24. So I should watch another one. That way it's 21, 22, and then 23, 24. If it was 25, then I would be willing to stop here for today, and then we can do 2 and 2. But since it's 24, we'll keep it even. We'll do 2 today, and we'll do 2 next week. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to take a quick breaky thingy, do a syncy thingy, and be back in just a minute for episode 22 of Chihayafuru Season 3. See you in a minute. Peace. Alright, welcome back. We are good to go for episode 22 of Chihayafuru Season 3, and it looks like we're starting off in school, because I'm looking at Cough Up a Lung Sensei right now. So let's get into it. Beep beep timer. But how does he feel? Is he not coming to practice? No, he's here. Okay. But he wanted that face off. But you feel further away than ever. Yeah. Yes, kind of. Also, did Kana's haircut change? Oh. Instantly hot-blooded with the classic. Okay, it feels like now we're getting the fluff that I was asking for. It's like these 2 episodes are planning to set out to do all of the things that I wanted at the beginning of the discussion, but they're doing it split up. Like, focus on the emotional shit, episode 21. Floof, episode 22. I'm cool with that. That's great. Mm. Ooh. Just as my beauty has faded. Oh, hello, Dad. Oh, making chocolates. Uh, yeah, working with chocolate. Maybe you should stop doing things until she gets here, and maybe she'll know. Maybe she'll know what to do. Yeah, she might actually have some experience with this. Hey, she has a lot of experience with this. Sweet. Making something that isn't chocolate and presenting it as chocolate. Mm-hmm. So make something else. Mmm. 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 Or tempering. Yeah, you'd best be weighing that out. Yeah. Weigh the bowl first. What? What? We can give them to other people, though. that, that that is a weird combination. Yeah. Hey. Why? Why? Hmm. It's in the background. Oh. Oh. He's battling himself, man. That would be like her. All right, this should be an interesting conversation. Special for Taichi. Oh, she still has to try. Yeah, but that shape is pain. The shape of her feelings right now is pain. It's unrequited love. It's like the most painful thing in existence. Oh boy. Yeah, no surprise. Yeah. Just gonna be one amongst the crowd. Oh, putting it off, putting it off. Ooh, man. That mentality just sinking into everything she's got. Oh. What? That's one way to get him to notice. She got him fermented squid guts. Oh. She did it. Sumire. I know some of you don't like the best girl point system idea, but that's so many points. Dude. You shut the fuck up. You let that girl cry in the hallway. Bruh. We're gonna raise the mood. Pictures, pictures. Aww. Aww, that's all they wanted. Oh, that fucking innocent little smile from Chihaya. Fuck. Oh? Oh. Boom clap. Time just jumped. Oh, hi. Okay. What's up? Beautiful poops collection. Of course. Don't do that with your hands, yeah. Oh, hi, Rion. Hey, you're gonna be in a leadership role. Lead us into the future. Okay, he's subtly doing a thing here, I see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oof. Aw. Hey, they've all moved out. Fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, if you're satisfied, that's all that matters. Ah, but the look at Hyoto. Ah, our school, however. We need someone to lead us on to the future. Yeah. And he just goes bald. Oh. Chihaya's calling everybody. Oh. Yeah, rank 1. Mm. No, but we live in a society. Okay, sorry. Not in my experience, but okay. I wouldn't take that too literally. But not for you. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. Oh, hi. Okay, we're going for a walk. Diegetic opening. Oh my. Instantly tone change. The habit of studying. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Oh. So that's what she was calling everybody about? Nope. Uh-huh. Fuck. I mean... Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no mention of that. Yeah, ow. Why 2 weeks? Uh-huh. Wait, 2 weeks? Yeah, what? What happens in 2 weeks? What are we doing? Are we hosting a tournament? Are we hosting a tournament? Ah, comfortable with who you are. A little bit. She's finally giving up. Oh. You are pretty, Sumire. Huh. Why are we here? Ugh. Oh, this is the event? We're at the event. It's a secret birthday party. The Taichi Cup. That's the coolest thing. Also, the color of the shirts is ridiculous. That's the cutest thing. Fuck me. This was another really good episode. Back to back with that shit. Okay. Michiru Itabisashi. Hmm. Yoinks. Okay. Ah, another excellent episode. Just back to back. I said it as soon as it ended, but back to back with the excellent stuff. Here we did get some of that fluff side of things that I was kind of hoping for, and a couple of other things. Like Kana with her hair down, which I really like as a look. I would like to see more of that. Kana, please keep your hair down sometimes. It would be really cute. And we get to see a side of Sumire that she is really experienced with making chocolate and other confection-y treats. We get to sort of see her in her element, an element that we really didn't know that we had. The whole sequence is pretty ridiculous and pretty insane, but it really jumps to utter absurdity once we have this almost national anthem thing playing in the background. What? What? It's like, what? It's like a meme. It's like a meme with the Russian national anthem behind it, fused with Beef Stroganoff song from Symphogear. This is ridiculous, and I am all in, all for it. Super goofy, and then boom, whiplash straight into serious as fuck. Someone so nice, and all she wants is to see him smile. And suddenly, this episode is heartbreaking, and it just gets more heartbreaking as we move along. I mean, Chihaya crying her eyes out is one thing, but then Sumire, at this sort of crossroads of herself. I mean, as a character, her core motivation has been Taichi, has been Mashima and getting with him since the beginning, full stop. Her only real reason for doing Karuta at all has been him. Her only reason for still being here is him. And now she's coming to terms with the fact that she doesn't have a chance. And it starts with almost denial, a futile gesture of sorts, purchasing this expensive chocolate that has a 100% rate of success. But what does that even mean in a situation like this? And how ridiculous is that some high-grade chocolate would make things work? It's superstition. And she knows it, but she can't help herself, right? She needs to be doing this. In a way, it's inertia, it's momentum. She's been moving in this direction for so long that she keeps stumbling forward a little bit, even as she's trying to slow her run. She has to make a bit of a cool down lap, and that's kind of what this strikes me as, a bit of a cool down lap. I know my chances are 0. I know I don't even have a chance. And Kana tells her something pretty simple. You can still get your feelings across, but there's the unsaid here, which is that you have to be willing to do that and to put yourself out there and to know that 99.9999% chance is you're going to get rejected and it's going to suck. But are you willing to do it anyway, or are you going to stay in this limbo state forever? She makes her choice. So Taichi's swamped by chocolate givers. Then we see him outside, and a moment presents itself. And so she yells from the rooftop. It's a classic romancy thing, but this is really cool. And she chucks the bag, which we think just contains some fancy chocolates. But really, there is a very heavy, fragile glass jar of squid guts. So thank goodness he catches it. And that's what she wrapped up. Squid guts in fancy wrapping paper. That's interesting. There's something to that. Just the choice to well, okay, what it is really is it's a decision. If she gives him the chocolates, right? Then she's doing something for herself. She knows he doesn't like chocolate very much. He gets a shit ton of it. It'll just be lost in the flood, right? And it doesn't benefit him really. He doesn't want it. Not really. But it's for her, right? Because there's that superstitious belief that maybe that 100% chance times a 0% chance will lead to some chance, right? But it's for her, not for him. And so in this moment, she decides to act for Taichi, not to get Taichi for herself, but to act selflessly for Taichi, for his own benefit. So she gives him the squid guts. Something that is not going to emphasize the romantic nature of what she's about to say. Right? It's not... She knows it's an exercise in futility, and this moment is her accepting that and being okay with it, even though it's gonna fucking hurt. This is her answer to Kana, kind of. You can get your feelings across, but you have to be willing to suffer rejection, and this is her stepping into that. That's really awesome. I like you. I like you a lot. I really do. And I want you to tell the person that you like how you feel. Because I know what it's like to be in limbo, and I know that you're hurting from it the way that I've been hurting from it for a long time, and I don't want you to deal with that. Fucking good shit, Sumire. Fucking good writing, yo. That's a moment. And even as her heart is breaking as she says it, one of the first really genuine smiles we've seen from Sumire in a good while comes up. And then she immediately hides herself and weeps. And it's there. It's awkward. A little bit. But it's not as awkward as she might have thought. And then Dad ate all the chocolates. God damn it, Dad. And then talking about lash extensions and stuff. Giving some characters their send-offs. Passing the baton to Hyodo. Worry about the tests. Going for the cherry blossoms. Chatting and chatting. Chihaya asked me to find out. And then there's this moment. The defeatist mentality from Taichi. I bet she just wanted to know about Arata, right? No, dude, she wanted to know about you. She's more worried about you right now. You sure are dumb. Sumire going hard. And then we have this moment. I want you... Yeah. I'm gonna tell her. Wait for 2 weeks. Why wait for 2 weeks, though? I don't quite get that. Because it seems like the birthday thing is, like, now soon. I wanted to be pretty, but I was wrong. Aww. And they made the Taichi Cup happen. So I'm a little bit confused. Is this 2 weeks later? The Taichi Cup? Is this 2 weeks later? Or is this now and then 2 weeks from now is something? I don't know. This is a really pretty frame. Just the line art on it, especially around her left cheek or on like frame right. Super pretty. But this is pretty cool. I don't know what the heck it's actually gonna be, but it's pretty cute and pretty fun and pretty goofy, and I like it. We hit some really solid emotional beats through this episode. The Sumire moment is probably the tippy top of this one, but there are a number of really good ones in here. This was really solid. Well, I'm actually kind of blown away. I'm more than satisfied with these 2 episodes in terms of settling things a little bit after our string of tournament, and giving our characters some time to settle into some of the revelations that have occurred between them and what those are going to mean for the future. I don't have any serious answers, really, but definitely making strides in what feels like a direction, so that's awesome. Really like these 2 episodes. A lot. Big time. Really good. I think that's a wrap for us for now. We've got 1 more week of Chihayafuru, just 2 episodes remaining, so we'll wrap here. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Chihayafuru Season 3, Episodes 21 and 22. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week when we watch the last 2 episodes. See you there. Peace.